Hello and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're listening from in the world. My name is Jacqueline Dixon, and you're tuned in to the Ordinary People Show. Ordinary people can do extraordinary things. And we're broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada once again, powered by GBKM TV Network. We're in studio this fantastic February morning, and everyone's excited in the T-Dot for so many reasons. Why? Because you've heard me say it once, I'm going to say it again. It's my favorite time of year for so many reasons. Not just because it's Black History Month and we're still rocking and rolling in the month of February, but guess what? Valentine's Day is just around the corner, as in tomorrow. Check it out, Valentine Red. And I've got another awesome blockbuster show for you again today with a super duper guest who is waiting in the wings. You will be introduced to them right after our first commercial break. But there's so much to talk about. There's so much going on at this time of the year, Black History Month, Valentine's Day, and of course, it all culminates and rolls into International Women's Day, and that's when things get really heated up in the GTA, because it's go, go, go after that. So buckle your seatbelts, okay? And I want you to hang in there, get comfortable, sit tight, because it's going to be a doozy of a year. 2021, we're going to double up. Why? Because we were short. We kind of came up short for 2020, but guess what? This year we're going to double up. Double. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start my show off with my pleasantries, as I always do. First of all, I want to thank you, the listener, thank you, the viewer, for tuning in once again to the Ordinary People Show, for being a supporter of this show for so many years, and being a supporter of our network, which is GBKM TV, as we have gone through so many transitional phases in our growth here at GBKM. But we're here to stay. Why? Because the grassroots community is what brought us here, and the grassroots community is what keeps us here. We keep doing the things that we do for you, our listeners and our viewers, who want to hear unfiltered news directly from the grassroots community by members of the grassroots community. And nonetheless, this show is just one of many shows that the GBKM network carries that features the same thing, providing information, education, and empowerment to individuals just like you. If you want to make sure that you never miss a show that GBKM network provides, then make sure you visit us at www.gbkm.tv, our brand new home. That's our brand new website. We're migrating over to our brand new website, guys. Come on over and join us there, where you're going to see and witness history in the making. We've got 24-hour live shows that are taking place throughout the course of the day, 7 days a week. We are now 24 hours. We're a 24-hour web radio providing the best in R&B, soca, reggae, Afrobeats, and so much more. We also provide live TV shows that air throughout the full course of the week. Check out our app. Download our app when you visit us at www.gbkm.tv, and take us everywhere you go. That way, you'll never miss a show. You'll always be informed when we go live, and you can always listen to some fantastic music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up today's show, as I have been for the past 3 shows, with honoring another member of the Black community. I want to honor another member of the Black community today, ladies and gentlemen, because it is what? Black History Month. And if even we don't sometimes recognize the level of contribution that we have made to society throughout the full course of the year, let us not cut short this one time period of the year by not using every opportunity that we can to acknowledge, recognize, and respect those who have come before us, those who are with us now, and those who are going to come after us as far as their level of contribution is concerned to this community. The honor today goes to none other than Madam C.J. Walker. Yay! Madam C.J. Walker, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who maybe have Netflix, which millions of people do, you might have watched a movie that was aired this year on Netflix about Madam C.J. Walker. And for those of you who maybe are a little into the historical or bit of a historian, you probably know about this lady and what an impact that she has had on the Black community, and specifically women of color, Black women. Let me tell you a little bit about Madam C.J. Walker, which is the image that you are looking at right now on your screen. Madam C.J. Walker was born Sarah Breedlove, December 23rd, 1967, until May 25th, 1919. She was an African-American entrepreneur, philanthropist, and political social activist. She is recorded as the first self-made millionaire in America in the Guinness World Book of Records. Can you believe that? Now, multiple sources mention that although other women might have been the first, their wealth is not as well documented. Walker made her fortune by developing and marketing a line of cosmetics and hair care products for Black women through the business she founded, Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. She became known also for her philanthropy and activism. She made financial donations to numerous organizations and became a patron of the arts. Villa Lawaro, Walker's lavish estate in Irvington, New York, served as a social gathering place for the African American community. At the time of her death, she was considered the wealthiest African American businesswoman and wealthiest self-made Black woman in America. Her name, a version of Miss Charles Joseph Walker, after her third husband. Does she not deserve some respect or what? Make sure you record that one in your notes for today. Look her up. Do some more research. Read some more about her. The reason why I want to kind of emphasize that a bit is because Madam C.J. Walker was not only the first female millionaire recorded in the United States, but she can be attributed to the invention and the creation of Black hair care products, which we now today, we thrive off of. We line up in front of what? Korean stores to buy Black hair care products. That's a topic for another day. But Madam C.J. Walker, we owe you a great deal of gratitude. Thank you so much for being a pioneer and a leader in our community. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take our first commercial break, and we're going to come right back to start our interview with my guest who's waiting in the wings, none other than Andrea Barrett, founder of the Diversity Agency. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after the break.
You can officially download our free GBKM app from the App Store and the Google Play Store, okay? Now, what is the best thing about this app? Well, it is that you have all of the features from the website that is portable, in your hand, ready to use and ready to go. Now, I'm just gonna guide you through what we have available on our app right now. So here, this is the page where you can watch our live TV, our GBKM TV. You can watch live, enjoy the shows live. Now, if you go to our tabs, you can check out any shows you missed in the past shows tab, and that takes you to the past shows that have happened in the last week. And if you just scroll down, you can see those past shows in order, chronological order with their dates next to them as well. So if you've missed a show, no worries, just go to the past show tab and you can catch up on your favorite GBKM entertainment. Going back to our menus tab again, you can check out our upcoming shows so you do not miss any past shows. You can check out our breaking news section, which is our newest section as well, to learn of any breaking news within the diaspora, across the globe, all of that good stuff, so you can stay engaged and up to date on what's going on with our breaking news tab on the GBKM app, and also available on the website. And as you can see, there are other tabs there. You can listen to our live radio, our live TV. You can learn more about our on-air personalities by going to our OAP tab, all of that good stuff.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Ordinary People Show. My name is Jacqueline Dixon and I'm your host. And thank you so much for settling in with me for the next 40 minutes as I interview another extraordinary person in the community. Why? Because ordinary people can do extraordinary things. How do you go from being ordinary to extraordinary? You simply stop talking about what you want to do in life and you start doing it. And that's what this lady has done. So we welcome her to the extraordinary realm. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce today's Ordinary People Show guest, Andrea Barrett, founder of the Diversity Agency. Hello, Andrea. How are you?
Hello, Jacqueline Dixon. I am fantastic. So great to see you. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for recognizing me as extraordinary. Although I feel like I'm, just pretty ordinary girl doing my thing.
Gal, eh?
I appreciate that.
I totally hear you there, and I'm always feeling like I'm just that ordinary gal that can do some extraordinary things. I'm loving the fact that you are here. You are so deserving to be on the Ordinary People Show because you are an inspiration for so many, and I know that you're going to continue to do that because of the new work that you've embarked upon. And before we start talking about the new work that you've embarked upon, I want to just set the stage for our ordinary people, listeners and viewers. And we've got them all over the globe, by the way, Andrea. And we've got some of my team or my supporters tuning in from the U.S. today to hear about the Diversity Agency. So I'm so excited that they are excited to hear what you've got to say today as well. But Andrea Barrett, you have become well known in the Black community for a lot of the work that you've done prior to starting your foundation or your agency. You became well known to us because of the hard work and the labor that I saw you put in launching the the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce. You were the former president of the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce, and if anybody ever saw you labor, I did. I saw you multitasking. I don't know. I thought this is the only other woman in Toronto that I've personally ran into that can challenge my schedule. Like you. I've got a crazy schedule, but you definitely can challenge it. But in all due respect, you were former president of the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce, and you certainly played a pivotal role in bringing that organization to where it is today. But can you tell us a little bit about, before we get into the Diversity Agency, the Black Chamber of Commerce? Where are they today, and what was your role that you played there?
Thanks for the kind words, Jackie. I really appreciate it. I remember, it's funny looking back now, I'm like, how did I even do that? I had not one, but two cell phones going. Loved the idea of supporting and advocating Black entrepreneurs right around the country. Had a fantastic time. Had the opportunity to connect with business owners or aspiring business owners in different fields and different cities who just needed a platform, who needed someone to step up and advocate for them, to knock on the doors, to send the emails, to sometimes kick the doors open to make sure they had a chance to be heard, a chance to be represented, and to make sure that you had a seat at the table. Had a great time. Was very proud that under my leadership, we generated over $650,000 to help entrepreneurs with fantastic organizations like Facebook, like Uber Eats, like Sobeys. So giving people in our community a chance, which is what they need. I tell people all the time, I'm a descendant of kings and queens. We are entrepreneurs. You opened up the show with Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker, first Black female millionaire. That is our lineage. That is who we come from. So I wanted to make sure that didn't get lost and help anybody who was aspiring or who wanted to be bigger, better, and badder. People just need an opportunity. They need procurement opportunities. They need a chance to be a board member. They just need to be at the table and have the same chance everybody else from every other community gets. So it was a great opportunity, had a chance to meet all sorts of wonderful people, had a chance to meet the Prime Minister and meet the Premier of Ontario. So it gave me a lot of pride to know that I had a hand in helping some people grow their business, or helping some people who were like timid and just wanted to get their foot into entrepreneurship, take that step, take that leap and get there. So a great experience, and I'm excited to see the success that everyone is having around me.
Fantastic. And we just the community wants to thank you for your patronage and for your work that you put in and the hours that you toiled, because I know for a fact that you toiled for that. It's great to know that you left them in the standing that they're in. We're going to want the Black Chamber of Commerce to definitely continue in the path that has already been created to continually continue to uplift businesses and be a support system for businesses. We want to know that we have a chamber that we can go to for that support if and when necessary. We need to know that we have a chamber who can be an advocate for the small business person who cannot speak for themselves or advocate for themselves. That's what we need. We need strength and resilience from our chamber. And I think that if the chamber shows that, or continues to show it in the way that they were showing it under your tutelage and your guidance, that they will continue to grow to be a success.
Agreed.
Now, listen, it's a new year. It's a new career. I'm sure that you took a lot of the knowledge that you've gained, maybe the contacts, maybe some of the influence that you have been able to gain from your work with the chamber. And now I'm going to assume that you're now going to pour that same energy and effort into this new organization that you have founded yourself. Am I correct? You have founded a brand new agency, and I'm going to just read a little bit about this agency in your bio. So Andrea Barrett is the founder of the Diversity Agency, a speakers bureau representing speakers from diverse backgrounds across the country. She connects speakers with organizations, events, and conferences looking for guests for their next event. She is also a judge for the Salon Relief Fund sponsored by Shea Moisture, which is offering $10,000 to Black female hairstylists negatively affected by COVID-19. Andrea is an advocate for Black entrepreneurs and a diversity and inclusion consultant, working with a team connecting Black entrepreneurs, consumers, and the community to corporate Canada organizations and the government. Bam! Would it be fair to say that you're an influencer?
You know what? Again, I think of myself as just, I'm an ordinary girl, just doing my thing, trying to help my people. But I've got to say, in the last couple of weeks, it's been humbling. I've been recognized with a Bob Marley Award. I was called one of Toronto's best Black leaders. And I just think I'm this girl right now. If you saw me, I'll straight up and tell you, it's looking great up here. I'm like in track pants. It's track pants, Jackie. I'm wearing the blue track pants from the waist down. But we work hard. So I feel I'm humbled and honored in the way that you've described me, in the way that I've been recognized. But I have to say, it's been busy. I cannot believe how busy it's been. Like, this phone doesn't stop ringing, and it's because I've become a conduit where I can connect people to people. Organizations are looking to be more diverse. They're looking for speakers, and they recognize that they need to be more mindful and intentional in reaching Black speakers. Or companies are looking for Black organizations, Black companies to be a part of their procurement and their diversity. So they want to know, how do I find these Black companies, these organizations? They're calling me and saying, who do you know that is in the CPG industry? I need a business coach. I'm looking for a Black business coach. I need someone in the food space. I have a product. I want to work with someone who can help me get my Caribbean product or my African inspired product into the grocery store. Who do you know? So it's been great that people reach out to me to know that I can connect them with either opportunities, organizations, or people. So it's it's a great opportunity, and I feel grateful every day that the phone rings and that the clients are coming. I also want to say the platform that is available to Black entrepreneurs or Black consumers, we like, I really believe, I didn't know I was an advocate. Apparently, I'm an advocate. Somebody needs to speak up on behalf of our community. Someone needs to speak up on behalf of these hardworking entrepreneurs that are in industries and sectors that people don't think we're in. When people ask for, oh, I've never seen a Black judge, or I don't know any Black architects. I'm like, okay, how many do you need? I know 2 over here. I know 1 over here. We're out there. Just sometimes we're hidden and undercover. So I feel like my job is to put a spotlight on these entrepreneurs, these organizations, or these speakers, fantastic speakers that just don't get the opportunity to step on stage or be a part of a conference. I've been to a ton of conferences and a ton of workshops and a ton of training sessions, as I'm sure you have. And sometimes, this was pre-pandemic, I'm sure like you, we've been the only Black person in the room, or sometimes only Black female in the room. We are underrepresented in areas where I know we deserve to be. When it comes to doing a conference or a speaker series or a lecture series, we need to be on stage. We are bright, and we are brilliant, and we are qualified, and we are entrepreneurs, or we run organizations. They just don't know where we are. So I feel like it's my job to create a platform and to put a spotlight on these fantastic people so they get the same opportunity that everybody else is getting. And then this helps to change the narrative. The Black people you think you know are the ones you see on TV, either in a certain light, or you're the only ones you know at work. I want to make sure everyone knows we are in different sectors, different industries. We are owners. We are entrepreneurs. We run enterprises. We're big and we're bad.
Girl, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I'm about just ready to close up this laptop, and I'm out of here. Okay? Because now you're talking right to my core. That is who I am. That is what I believe. And that is the passion and the drive that leads me every single day to get up and work at this never-ending schedule that I have, which I'm always constantly working from behind the 8 ball. Those who know me well, or those who are in my circle, they will know that she will get to you. She's most likely behind her schedule because I overcommit myself in many cases. But when I do get involved with an event or an organization or some sort of cause, I'm going to go in it with my 150% effort. So without skimming over things, it takes time to make something work. It takes time to make something turn into something beautiful. But I'm loving where you are at right now. I'm loving the space that you're in. But I want to break it down a little bit more so that we can dissect this thing so that we can affect some lives in a very specific and very meaningful way. So what I'm hearing is that the diversity agency is a multifaceted organization that you have founded. One of the key elements that you do with the diversity agency is locate or connect speakers to the right type of organizations or events when there is a need. Am I correct? So
Yes,
let's just talk about that. Just isolate that for just a second. And the reason why I want to isolate that, because I am a speaker as well. I'm a professional speaker, and I've been speaking for a good number of years now, way before this whole social media, me getting involved with social media ever came around. And many people don't know what it really requires to be considered a professional speaker, and what level of professionalism you choose to aspire to. As far as your speaking career is concerned, that's a whole other issue altogether. Do you want to be a paid-for speaker? Do you want to be a speaker that simply offers their time and in the sense that they do everything pro bono? So there's all sorts of different levels. Can you talk to us about the various different levels of speakers that you are currently connected to, and what qualifies them in the various different stages?
Absolutely. So being a professional speaker is just that. You are a professional speaker. So this isn't you just rolling out of bed one day and just wanted to go share your story. This is a profession. You need to know exactly what you're saying. You need to make sure you're speaking to your audience. You're not just speaking about yourself. You are speaking to your audience. You are directing the needs of what the audience wants to hear. There are paid speakers and there are non-paid speakers. So the best way to get started is you do a lot of free work in the beginning. So maybe you join Toastmasters, or you're doing talks at organizations, at faith-based organizations, or at schools. You're honing your message and figuring out who you are. Being a professional speaker is a gateway into growing your business. So some people become speakers so they want to attract more clients. They will go and do a talk, either paid or unpaid, and then it's sort of a funnel that drives traffic into your business, so you can develop more relationships and gain traction that way. But being a professional speaker can be a lucrative career. And again, most of us attended workshops and training and sessions. We've seen speakers. We know that they can command big tickets because of their professionalism and because of their passion and the impactful message that they're getting across. It's not for everyone. Pre-pandemic, you were on stage potentially looking at hundreds or thousands of people.
Right.
You need to be charismatic. You need to be energetic, and you need to be able to deliver a message. You need to be a great presenter and make sure your message hits home. It's not for everyone, but if you are interested in being a great speaker, you need to practice. Make sure that you are being concise, you are delivering that message, and you are motivating your crowd to do something.
Right.
There are opportunities to speak at corporations. The government looks for speakers. Television looks for speakers. Everyone is looking for speakers or an influencer who can get their message across.
Right. I couldn't agree with you more. And the only reason why I'm able to contribute to this conversation is because I live that life. And the other thing I would say to you is that, yes, the practice, but I know a lot of people right now, young and old, that have said to me, I want to speak for a living. I want to become a speaker. How do I become a speaker? The first thing I say to them is, what do you have to speak about? See, what do you have to speak about? Speakers have a topic that they will specialize in. And that's why there are various different types of speakers. And so having an area that you specialize in, that you talk about, would be the first thing I would probably think that you'd want to ask anybody wanting to join your agency, so that you can connect them with the right type of organization that would want to hear that message, or where that message would be of value. Because just talking, it's not just about talking, it's about messaging as well. And then what audience does that message speak to, and who will it be of value to? So those are some major connectors. But again, knowing that so many people are wanting to go into the speaking profession, and whether they want to speak and be a paid-for speaker, or a speaker that is just trying to kind of gain their stripes by doing a lot of pro bono, when they approach your organization, or should they approach your organization because they want to become a speaker, or are you not entertaining that type of a connection? You just go out and you actually seek out speakers on your own. How do they get involved with your agency?
Good question. So I do both. So I'll let everyone know the website is www.thediversityagency.com. www.thediversityagency.com. So I receive unsolicited applications or videos, which I'm always happy to receive, because I remember when just starting it out, you just want to send, you want an opportunity, so you just send stuff out. Somebody, a casting director or somebody, an agent may see it, may give you some feedback, but you just got to do it. So record something, or film something where you're actually doing something, send it into an agent, send it into whoever, just go for it. And so that's one opportunity. The second way is somebody at any speakers bureau will hear you, see you, read an article about you, and then contact you. So coming from my background, I will give anybody a chance. Like, send me whatever you have. Not everyone is ready. So you take this information, you can reach out to them, and I respond to everybody. If you reach out to me, I'll respond to you. Then if you're not ready, then you should be connected with a speaker coach. So somebody who can help you learn to craft your message, learn how to effectively deliver a great presentation. So I'm happy to connect people who aren't ready. When you're ready, letting you know like what your niche is. Like you said, Jackie, you can't just speak about anything. And that goes with any industry. I have a background in nutrition. You can't just be a nutritionist. No one is Googling nutritionist. They're Googling diabetes nutrition or cancer nutrition or ADHD nutrition. You need to be specific. Are you a speaker that speaks about diversity and inclusion? Are you a speaker that talks about how to grow your business in the food space? Are you a restaurateur and you're a speaker who can speak to corporate Canada on what the hospital food chain should look like? You need to be specific. Or you're a motivational speaker. You speak to salespeople and you know how to motivate them and jazz them up and help them drum up those numbers. Or you're a speaker, you work with the C-suite. So you know how to train people or motivate them and get their mindset right. So you can't be just a speaker or just a generic fill in the blank. You need to drill down and niche down and know who you're talking to. And if you think about this in terms of revenue, you don't want to speak to a large crowd of just everybody. You want to speak to your tribe, your people, your niche, because those are the people who will then hire you to do whatever it is that you're driving them through your speaking business.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. One of the things that I do notice that is happening on the circuit right now, I call it the circuit, is that speakers are not identifying that very thing that we just are talking about. What is their topic? What is their strength? And when it comes to professional speaking, coming up through the ranks, with me now, I had a different path when it came to professional speaking. I had no idea that I would end up as a professional speaker. That wasn't my goal. It's something that happened naturally because I had a story. So the first thing that happens when you enter into the professional speaking world is they want to find out, what is your story? What is the story that you want to share with people? And you might want to share how-to stories because you're a how-to person. You could be a speaker and you could speak about how to build homes. There are speakers who speak about how to build homes, right? So it's about finding out what that area of specialty or expert that you can speak about. I started speaking about sales because I am a certified sales professional, and I've built sales rooms, and I've run organizations and pumped up millions of dollars, in sales revenues for some major corporations as well as small business. So that is what led me into the professional speaking. So if somebody asks me what is my forte really to speak, it is sales. It's about the sales process. It's about driving revenue. It's about understanding how to respect the sales process and that it plays a role in every single thing that we do. So that's what I primarily speak on. But then they say always stay in your lane. So that lane, though, might branch off and go into other areas, right? So because I am a sales trainer by profession, I do also branch off and go into other areas. Do you coach speakers on how to branch off and go into other areas? Because I've had many people tell me that I'm a motivational speaker, and I had no intention to being a motivational speaker. I always say to people, I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm a professional speaker. And if I do say something that motivates you, then that's a bonus, But talk to me about staying in your lane and branching off. Like, how does one blossom
You
into
know,
being a
good point.
multifaceted speaker?
So I'm going to agree with everyone who has told you that in the past. Jackie, I've heard you speak. You are a motivational speaker. So stop denying it. That's who you are. You're a motivational speaker. I remember the event you did. I think it was 2 years ago,
That's a bonus.
and there was standing room only, and it was fantastic. When it comes to staying in your lane, you're right. You can't be jack of all trades. You have to niche. So your colleague to the left could be doing something in another industry or sector, or, maybe they are a motivational speaker. If that's not you, and you don't have that story, and you don't have that passion, and that's just not who you are, don't try to be like them, right? Don't try to be like anybody else. I figure what that expression is. Don't try to be a version of anybody else. Be the best version of who you are. So
Right.
I have a background in nutrition. I have a heart for people with high blood sugar and diabetes. My grandmother had diabetes. My mother had diabetes. I need to make sure I don't get diabetes and learn everything I can about balancing my blood sugar. That is passionate to me. That is what I speak about. I don't speak about, ADHD or cancer or gluten-free foods or men's health. Not my thing. Diabetes, that's what I speak about. I also am an advocate for Black entrepreneurs. That jazzes me up. I'm excited to open the doors and share the message and speak to organizations that don't have any Black companies as suppliers in their supply chain, or Black organizations who want to know how to diversify their board so they can have more people, or Black companies that just want to reach more into the Black consumer market. We are a huge market with money. They
Big
want
time.
to know how to tap into us and
I'm going
what
to
to
jump
do.
in.
So
Stay right there. Hold that thought for a quick second, because I want you to expand on that just a little bit. Two things I want to say. You brought up this word diversity, and then you brought up this word inclusion. Andrea,
yeah.
is that not the hottest word right now, that phrase right now that's happening?
Yeah.
Diversity and inclusion. What is this diversity and inclusion? And who is a diversity and inclusion coach? And who is a diversity and inclusion speaker? Tell us about diversity and inclusion. What does it mean?
Absolutely. So you're right. It is quite the term right now. And so it kind of, I have like a love-hate relationship with the term, really. So even though my agency is called the Diversity Agency, I am speaking to Black speakers or speakers that don't get an opportunity: Aboriginal speakers, Native speakers, Indigenous speakers. Diversity and inclusion is the hottest term right now. Mm-hmm. And so I remember one day going on LinkedIn, just, checking out like who has these diversity and inclusion managers or specialists. So I would go on LinkedIn and I would check different companies. And when I landed on the people that were running these departments, they didn't look diverse to me. So I'm like, how can someone who is not from a diverse background, let's call them Black, let's call them Indigenous, let's call them a person of color, be running a department or teaching people on what it means to be diverse? So I remember a couple of weeks ago, I think it was the city of Toronto School Board, they were doing an event where they were talking about anti-Black racism and how to speak to your children about this. So I'm like, okay, that's fantastic. That sounds great. But the speaker was not a person of color. It was not a Black person, was not a Native or Indigenous person. And that didn't make sense to me. How does a non-Black person speak to a Black father and tell him what he should tell his children? How do you explain this to your little girl? Or are you telling me that only, let's say, a white speaker can only speak to a white parent who then teaches their white child, what it means to be diverse? So that's a perfect example of where that speaker should have been a person of color or should have been a Black person, because why can't we hear that message from someone that looks like us? Why can't we hear that message? So diversity inclusion, very hot term right now. And very hot term. But on the good side, it is really nice to see that companies are adding this layer, creating this position in their organizations, because they recognize they may not be as multicultural or diverse, and they need to know what it means, and they need to know how to weave this in throughout their organization. So not just your frontline staff, not just your customer-facing staff, all the way through. So you make sure your marketing is reflecting the people who are purchasing your product. Make sure you're doing focus groups and they're including all of your consumers. Make sure your middle management is reflecting of the consumers you're supporting. Make sure your board of directors is not just a bunch of, older white men. Make sure there are some women there. Make sure there are people with different backgrounds and different ages. So we shouldn't all be the same age, and we shouldn't all come from the same background. We should all speak the same language. We need to be really diverse, and we should always reflect the people that we serve. If you sell a product that a lot of Black people are supporting and buying, I would hope that the marketing that you're doing is generated or directed towards that. I would hope the people all through, like the bottom level of your company all the way to the top, are diverse. So make sure that you are reflecting society and reflecting the people that you serve. I think that's so important.
Beautifully said. And with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back. We're going to talk about some dollars and cents, because
All
you
right.
got some dollars that you want to unload on certain sectors of the Black community, and we want to hear about it. So stick with us, ladies and gentlemen. Andrea Barrett, the founder of the Diversity Agency, is here to talk about her brand new career and her project, which is taken off in 2021. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.
Happy Valentine's Day from GBKM.
You can officially download our free GBKM app from the App Store and the Google Play Store, okay? Now, what is the best thing about this app? Well, it is that you have all of the features from the website that is portable, in your hand, ready to use and ready to go. Now, I'm just gonna guide you through what we have available on our app right now. So here, this is the page where you can watch our...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and welcome back to the Ordinary People Show. My name is Jacqueline Dixon. I'm your host. Thank you for joining us today. For those of you who are just tuning in, whether you're watching us live or you're watching us on the replay on our brand new website, www.gbkm.tv, like and share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today is the founder of the Diversity Agency, and her name is Andrea Barrett. She's a beloved member of the Black community here in the GTA, and we want to make sure that her business gets off to a fabulous start, because she is here to support so many of us, and we need to make sure that we are doing our best to reciprocate what she has done for us to date, which is a lot. And listen, I'm a big believer, Andrea. Let me tell you something. Anybody out there who thinks they can do this alone, you better think again. You know what this is about? It's about collaboration. It's about collaboration. And if you really want to go far and go quickly, and with having the highest possible level of success and opportunity for success, then you need to collaborate, and you need to collaborate with the right people. Honest people who have a sincere intention of helping others, and making sure that others are benefiting from the efforts and the work that they're putting in. So collaboration is a key thing for me, and I have been I have been rewarded from collaborating with others in so many ways that I can't even talk about. But I want to talk about something that you are currently doing under the banner of the Diversity Agency, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding is that you are a judge for the Salon Relief Fund, which is sponsored by Shea Moisture, which is offering $10,000 to Black female hairstylists negatively affected by COVID-19. So you're going to tell us about that. It's so interesting because I opened up with acknowledging Madam C.J. Walker today as being a contributor to our Black history legacy here in North America. And Madam C.J. Walker being the first millionaire, a female millionaire in the United States, and black one to boot, self-made millionaire. She was a player in the invention of black hair care products. And on my way into the studio today, and I was sharing with you before we got on air, I passed a hair care store and I saw that there was a lineup outside the door. Literally a lineup outside the door, of course, because you can't go in, but there was a long line. And they were waiting in line to go purchase black hair care products from a Korean store. Now, is there anything wrong with purchasing black hair care products from a Korean store? No, at the base of it, no, there's nothing wrong with it. But the question is why? Why are we lined up outside of a Korean store to purchase black hair care products? And the inventor of black hair care products certainly was not a Korean. How do you figure that? How do you figure?
Yeah. Yeah. Very good question. How do you figure that? So, like you, I feel blessed, and I do believe in collaboration. You cannot get anything done by yourself. And why should you? You need to collaborate. So when I get on a stage, I'm opening up the door to say, hey, do you need a speaker who does blah, blah, blah? I know them. Or, wherever I go, I'm opening up the door to bring other entrepreneurs in with me. So very done collaboration, working with Black-led organizations and all sorts of organizations right across the country. So you had mentioned the diversity agency. We sort of do three different things. So we are a speakers bureau. So we find speakers and we connect them with organizations that want to give them a chance to speak. We also do diversity inclusion training, organizations that don't either want to do better but don't know how. They reach out to us. We send a team of trainers out there to help them do better. We also do strategic consulting. So there are companies that want to reach Black consumers. They don't know how. So they come to us and we connect them either with market research or opportunity. Very excited. I'm a judge actually for two events. So the first one is Shea Moisture. Shea Moisture. Again, you started the show with Madam C.J. Walker, first Black female self-made millionaire. Can we just soak that in for a second? That was us. That was us. And then every time I look at a $10 bill and I see the beautiful face of Viola Desmond, do you not, as a Black woman, just want to stand back and not give that $10 bill to nobody? Yeah. Plaster that across your walls. Black woman before Rosa Parks, who owned a beauty parlor, was teaching hair. This is what we do as Black women. Hair is important to us. This is our industry. Like you said, no, not a problem patronizing other businesses. Just make sure that you also patronize the Black-owned hair care business. I believe and I support and I advocate for Black entrepreneurs. So please make sure that you support Black entrepreneurs. You support everyone, support local, support everyone, but also make sure that you set aside some of your disposable income to support Black entrepreneurs. So Shea Moisture has recognized that COVID-19 has disproportionately affected the Black community and has had a serious effect on the she economy. We know that women have been hit hard during the pandemic. We know that we are the primary caregivers. We know that the industries that we tend to gravitate towards as women or as our community have been really, really impacted. The fantastic team at Shea Moisture, which is a brand from Unilever, they've recognized this, and they have a salon relief fund where they are giving, it's not $10,000, it's $20,000 in grants to Black female hairstylists who need the help. So if you own a Black salon and you have been impacted by the pandemic, this is your chance to get some cash. So visit Shea Moisture Canada on Instagram. Follow them. You will see that there's a link to an application. This is really simple. There is no, there needs to be 10,000 Black hairstylists right across the country applying. This is free money. Visit the website. Visit the website.
I'm pumping, I'm pushing the curtain. You and I can we kind of, under the radar here because you got the beautiful locks going on. And then, I'm pushing curly, and I push curly because the hairdresser's not open. Okay, so it's all about wet and go for me. You got to spray me down with some water and I'm gone because the hairdresser's not open. And I'm going to make sure that I get this information out to every hairdresser out there. This is great. Continue. Tell us about how they're going to get this money.
Yeah, so Jacqueline, the process is simple. All they need to do is fill out the application. Simple information, just telling us how you've been impacted. What I found is that there's opportunity out there. Sometimes we're not applying. So people, I'm telling you, there's $20,000 out there
And
ready for you.
this is not
Please visit
federal,
the,
this is not the federal CERB money. This is money, this is completely different from the front. This is being offered by Shea Butter, that is a well-known
Shea Moisture.
black, Shea Moisture, which is a well-known black hair care product manufacturer. They want to help the hairdressing industry, specifically the black hairdressers who have been affected by COVID-19 and the fact that they've had to shut down. And they're offering $10,000, $20,000 through Shea Moisture, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
continue,
So please apply. So follow Shea Moisture Canada online. You'll see the application, or if you can't find it, email me. Visit my website, www.thediversityagency.com. Send me an email, info@thediversityagency.com. Simple application. Just tell them your story. There's a panel of 5 judges who will be making the decision. There's cash prizes, there's products. But Jackie, you're right. Like, I miss my hairdresser. I miss my hairdresser. If you're a hairdresser and you're listening, please apply. If you know a hairdresser, please tell them to apply, because we need to make sure that these businesses are in business when we get through this pandemic, because we will get through this pandemic. Not only is my hairdresser important to me because she does my hair, she's a Black woman who runs a business. Black women are important to me. I advocate and I stand up for them. Black entrepreneurs are important to me. I advocate and stand up for them. We need to make sure when the pandemic is over that these business owners are still there. Business owners are so integral to the communities in which we live in. They help with the economy, they help with the GDP, and they help with the neighborhood. When businesses close down and are not around anymore, the pulse and the energy of your neighborhood will not be the same. We need these people in business. So pass this word on. If you're a sister, wife, mom, grandmother's a hairdresser, pass this on. Pass this on to any Black woman you know who has a hairdresser, because we need to make sure these people stay in business. I also want to share something else I'm participating with is the Canadian SME magazine has launched for the first time a Black Entrepreneurship Award. There is a specific award. They recognize that we are out there working hard, and they want to help put a spotlight on you as well. So applications close on, I think it's next Monday. You've got 1 week to apply. Again, if you can't find the information online, email me or visit my website.
Can you say that?
But
it's my producer is asking you to start over again on that particular topic there. Say that one more time for the listeners and viewers.
Yes. Okay, the Canadian Small Business Magazine. So here's the website.
Business Magazine.
SMEawards.ca. SMEawards.ca. This is the first time they're looking for nominations. If you own a Black business, you need to find someone to nominate you. Or if you have a great business out there, nominate them. This is the chance. Like I said, we want to create opportunities and platform. Jackie, you and I know there are fantastic businesses out there that a lot of people don't know about. When we put a spotlight on them, when we affirm them and elevate them, they get more customers, they get more recognition, they get more media, they get more exposure, they get more revenue. When a Black business becomes more successful, that Black family becomes more successful, that community then becomes more successful. We're connected to different faith-based organizations, and we can buy more homes, we can buy more commercial property, we can do bigger and better things. So don't be shy doing your great thing in whatever part of Canada that you're in. Please participate. SMEawards.ca. Nominate a Black business so that they can win the Black Entrepreneur of the Year award. And also, hairdressers, anybody with some hair who misses their hairdresser like I miss my hairdresser, please visit Shea Moisture Canada. Follow them on Instagram. Check out that link. Send me an email. Visit my website. You need to apply. I want every Black hairstylist across the country to apply and get a chance to win up to $20,000.
That is so awesome. Listen, we only got a couple minutes left in the show, so I want to make sure that I hit some points right, the nail on the head on the last couple points. First of all, I'm loving what you're doing. I'm loving your energy. Let's talk about the entrepreneur now, the black entrepreneurs. There are a number of black entrepreneurs out there that need you. They need a leader like you. They need a motivator like you. They need an advocate like you. Um, we know what role you played when you were with the Black Chamber in assisting these various different or businesses. Are you doing somewhat of the same thing, but now just on a different level? Because when you were with the Chamber, you opened up the door to so many entrepreneurs for various different opportunities for funding. I remember that. You would always want to make sure they understood where the funding is, where the money is, and how to get it and where to apply. Can we still expect the same from you through the diversity agency, or what can we expect as far as that is?
Absolutely. So I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here to help. So you can sign up to my news, follow me on social media. So it's Andrea with an I, Andria, Barrett, Barrett, or just visit thediversityagency.com. You can follow my social media there. Send me an email. I respond to everyone and I answer on my phone all the time. So just call me. I'm accessible. So funding. So I have, some people aren't going to like this part, but here's what I have to say about funding. When I've spoken to entrepreneurs across the country, I heard three things. So access to capital, access to information, and access to networks. When it comes to access to capital, we are challenged in times that we haven't had the same opportunities that other groups have had. But there is money out there, Jackie. There is money out there. There are grants out there. There are loans out there. The thing is, sometimes we just don't know where to find it. It's like, I think of it like a Venn diagram. You remember in school when you had the Venn diagram, but they're not intersecting. There's money and there's us. We need to make sure it intersects. So it's important to be in touch with people or organizations who can show you. Like I received like 5 emails this morning about opportunity. There's opportunity. There's money. Sometimes you just need to apply. Some of these funding opportunities go without enough applications or enough people in our community applying. Be brave, be courageous, do it. Just apply. Don't turn yourself down. Let somebody else turn yourself down. So happy to share all the information. People contact me looking for advertising board positions. People contact me advertising employment positions. There are organizations intentionally trying to be more diverse. They want to reach into our community. They want to know what our consumers are thinking, what they're looking for, how they can be in touch with us. They want to make sure their marketing message are resonating.
That's fantastic. So I see this as an opportunity for so many entrepreneurs to get your business registered with the diversity agency. If you are an entrepreneur, get your business registered, get into the books at the diversity agency. If you are an individual who is a speaker or you want to pursue a speaking career, again, get registered with the diversity agency so that Andrea, as she so eloquently put it when she opened up the show, she said, she has found herself to be a very effective conduit. And do you know what and I feel the same way about myself too. I can connect you, like you tell me what you're looking for or who you need, and bam, it's like right away, call this person, get there, or let me hook you up with that person. I believe in being a conduit. I think that's one of the reasons why we're here, to connect others with others who can be a benefit to each other. So
Right.
I'm totally big on that, and I want to make sure that you and I work very closely, or as closely as we possibly can, to collaborate, because I know that we were collaborating on a huge project prior to COVID. Huge project, you and I, and until this
Which will come back. The pandemic will end, Jackie. The pandemic will end, and this huge project will go on.
It will go on. It will go on, because I'm telling you, they're ready. They're ready. They're chomping at the bits. And when you get an email from the levels that I'm getting them saying we're waiting for the green light so that we can be a part of this, it really encourages me. And you're a part of that huge project, and we're going to come out hard on this one once they give us the green light and this COVID thing is behind us. So they will see us collaborating together in the very
Right.
near future. Okay, awesome.
Good.
Listen, girl, I'm just loving what you're doing. Women in leadership, that's what I do. That's what I thrive for. It's
Yeah.
what keeps me going. I'm going to wrap up the show right now, but I want to give you the last word. I'm wearing my Valentine red. Not that I'm, I'm not even going to go whatever. But you know what? I'm in love with myself. I'm in love with the Black community. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with women that, want to be in a leadership role, and I support them and encourage them in everything that they do. Please, we're going to let you close off the show today by telling us whatever you feel is on your heart that you want to share with the listeners, whether it's live or on the rerun.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on. I'm excited. I'm excited for our community. I'm excited for entrepreneurs. I'm excited for Black women entrepreneurs. I feel like this is our time. This is an opportunity. There's a window, and we need to take advantage of everything that's out there for us. I'm happy to help anybody who needs some help. Like you said, it's all about collaboration. As a community, we need to work together. As Black women, we need to work together and support each other, right? If you're up there, you reach out a hand, pull me up. If I'm up there, I extend my hand down, we pull everybody up. Think of how incredibly successful and proud the next generation will be of us, of all that we're doing now. So just doing my part in my part of the world. So reach out to me wherever you can. Call me, send me an email. Happy to help. If there's anything I can ever do. Jacqueline Dixon, you're fabulous, and I adore you, and you look fantastic in your red.
Oh, kisses, big hugs. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard from Andrea Barrett herself. She's the it girl right now, and she's on a mission, dragon slaying all day long. Reach out to her, reach out to the diversity agency, and do what you got to do, okay? Stop talking about what you want to do in life and start doing it. And that's how you go from ordinary to extraordinary. And know that your girl, Jacqueline Dixon, is right here to support you and encourage you every step of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be signing out for another fantastic episode of the Ordinary People Show on GBKM TV Network. And once again, if you haven't downloaded the app yet, you're going to go to www.gbkm.tv. Download the app, carry us everywhere you go, 24-hour music, radio, and live programs throughout the course of the week. Signing out from the GBKM studios on this fabulous February 13th. Have an absolutely awesome Black History Month and a happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's Day.